just a little late. Here we go.
Must be told about the ladies that are kind of old. One's a pastor, the other's not. They like to chat, cook, and pray a lot. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. There's lots of fun. Today's on Facebook Live
At 105.
Lucy and Ethel are at it again. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Chat, cook, and pray.
Hey, remember? We sing it twice.
Yeah. Pray, oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Amen.
Hi, you all.
Oh.
I'm sorry, we were a little late. This whole thing today is so involved.
I look like I'm a kangaroo.
I know you. What is that?
Well, look what I found in the kitchen.
Well, why are you bringing it up here?
Because it's handy wipes.
Oh,
Look
okay.
at them.
Yeah.
We have bags of them down there.
Oh, okay, good.
And I thought, wow.
Okay.
But
So
my hands
anybody
are
out there
full.
need a handy wipe?
We
Hi,
got,
Jody. Hi, Don. Hi, Pat. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Bill. Hi, Janine. Oh, this is such a good, and Bill, you're really going to appreciate this because we're talking sliders.
yeah.
And of course, you know, White Castle up in St. Louis is just the big thing.
Oh.
So I'm going to be giving you a history of sliders. And this is just one of those great recipes that I think you all will be using after you see this. So I'm going to disappear so I can talk from over there. And this cook,
Yes.
Marty, is going to give you this recipe.
Okay. I'm going to put in a fourth of a cup. I'm making half of the recipe today because it's way too big for us to have a whole full one. Anyway, there's a fourth of a cup of freshly grated onions, which are still making my nose run from when I grated them up. And then I'm going to add to that a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. We already heard the history on that.
We know the history on Worcestershire, but I cannot bring it up just from my head.
I can't either. Okay, we put a teaspoon of that in. And then, let's see, I'm going to do a teaspoon of black pepper.
I tell you. See, we've finished this recipe ahead. She just got done running down. I went and put it in about 30 minutes ago. I guess we both didn't realize how close we were to 1 o'clock.
Well, you know, we got kind of busy with
with stuff. Oh
Yeah,
my
real
goodness,
work.
there's all kinds of
And
things
then-
happening this weekend.
And then a half a tablespoon of kosher salt.
Hi, Deb. Hi,
And
Lori.
This is actual
Hi, Kathy Corn.
actual kosher salt. And I'm going to mix these together because I found that if you, oh, my clothes. Well, you know, you mix this stuff up together because when you add the hamburger in and throw the spices in and stuff, it really was difficult to get them all equally blended up.
Yeah.
And it's
Hi,
still
Randy.
difficult.
Randy's here too.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
And I'm going to put on gloves for this one because it's going to get ugly.
You know, that's not a good thing for a chef to say. It's going to get ugly.
It's going to get gushy.
I mean, come on.
Gushy. You know, I had more of these gloves, but Randy's been using them for painting projects in this garage.
I see. All right.
Well, wait a minute.
The thumb is right here.
I know. It's confusing. This is the hardest part of the recipe.
Oh.
Okay, now I'm going to add in 1 1/4 pounds, and we'll estimate the 1/4 pound that I'm doing of this one. That looks
like a 1/4 pound to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And close the bag up here. And I'm just gonna smash that up a little bit, and then I will take the pound of hamburger.
I'm having a hard time
Oh, you're
keeping
over
my
there.
hands off this that's already cooked because it's quite lovely. You tell me when you want me to start history,
Okay, you know, before you start the history, could you do me one little favor?
if you're nice.
Okay, I'll be nice for 2 minutes.
Okay.
And that is, could you go to the refrigerator and get out the lettuce, the mayo, and the Thousand Island dressing?
Yes. Somebody said, I think it was Pat said, your cook needs a microphone, but
I
think,
need to maybe talk louder?
I don't know.
Uh,
Is it set up? I think it's got the.
yeah. We used it yesterday.
I know.
Okay, we're smashing up the hamburger with the onions and pepper and Worcestershire sauce and salt. This is the hardest part, is just mixing this meat up.
I bet.
Oh, yeah, you found good, you found the
I
sriracha.
got everything.
Oh, very good.
I'm on it.
Okay.
I'm delivering it here. Where do you want to set it?
Just right there is fine.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, my nose is running. These
Here,
onions
I
are so
better get
lively.
you something. That's
Yes.
not a pretty look when you're
No,
cooking.
when it's dripping down your face.
Stop!
Okay, now I'm just gonna use my hands because that's just so much easier mixing all this stuff together. Oh, I tell ya.
Do you want to dab? Do you want me to dab you?
Oh, sure.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. I'm doing this with double things. There. Did I get it? Did I
You
pinch
got
your
it.
nose too hard?
No.
Okay.
No, you did fine. Probably brought you back to the days of you doing it for Doug and Julie.
That's not Julie, Aaron.
Oh, Aaron.
That's right.
Yeah, Aaron. and-
Okay. See what Randy answered back is, I don't know if he's answering Bill saying don't lick your fingers, haha, or Pat saying your cook needs a microphone because Randy says not anymore.
Oh.
Okay, so Darlene, hi Darlene.
Oh, Darlene.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
We're
just
gonna-
mixing this all
I want to
up
make sure I
here,
waved
nice
everybody.
and gooey. Trying to get it as mixed in as evenly as possible.
How do I get those things? Oh, I was
That
trying
was
to get.
scary.
I'm trying to get the things to go up because I went back to the top to.
Uh-huh. Don't be screwing anything up. You know, you're dangerous. Just don't hit that finish button. Oh, okay. Now you made it.
Okay, now I'm going to bring them back.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, what's it say?
I'm not using those.
I'm not using those?
See, I can't get it up there to get the most recent
Well,
comments.
you know, you broke stuff.
I know.
You're dangerous.
Oh, there I
Oh,
go.
there it is.
Yay. Okay. Darlene Jurgensen's here. Hi, Darlene.
Oh, good. All right, now I have preformed a little foil pan here that's the size of my brioche buns. And so I'm just gonna pat in half of this meat mixture in the bottom. And
Okay, so I'm going to let her pat that in. I'm going to start the history of brioche buns.
yeah, because after I pat this in, I'm just
Gonna
going
put
to
cheese.
and you can figure that part out.
Right.
I think you all are intelligent people.
Yes, they are. It's a type of bread. Brioche is a type of bread that dates back to, get this, 1404. Has been making our taste buds tingle ever since. It tastes like the perfect balance between savory and sweet, and its rich yet tender texture means every bite leaves you wanting more. If you're wondering who to thank for this delicious treat, of course it's the French. The name comes from the old French verb braire, which means to work the dough. Brioche's recipe was perfected with the addition of extra butter and eggs. Well, if you got extra butter, I don't care about the eggs, but if you got extra butter, how can it be bad? which masks the flavor of the sourdough starter that is commonly used. Today, brioche buns can be paired with any meal, whether you're in the mood for a light, jam-filled breakfast, or if you just want to enjoy it with some soup for dinner. When you're looking for a super soft, rich, slightly sweet bread, look no further. A brioche-style bread is what you're looking for. A brioche bread has a soft, fluffy structure and slightly sweet flavor, and it uses what you would call very rich dough. The dough contains quite a lot of butter, good, and eggs, which give it that unique texture and flavor. However, it also makes it a bit more complicated to make, since yeast in your bread doesn't get along with them as well as it does with the flour and water. So here's what makes it special. They've already kind of told us that. Tons of butter is what makes it special. A brioche bread is very rich. Where standard breads can be made from nothing more than water, flour, salt, and yeast, a brioche will contain eggs, milk, butter, and it makes it so rich. The high fat and protein contents of these ingredients is what makes the bread special. A brioche used to be a bread for the rich, or at least those who had access to butter. Before the era of refrigeration, that wasn't very common. Butter would go rancid a lot more quickly and was more of a privilege. And so the poor would just eat bread made from water and flour without the more expensive ingredients. So why do butter and milk make brioche so special? Marty, do you have an answer to that?
It's because of the proteins and the fat.
Fats, there you go.
The fat.
The fats. Brioche contains a high amount of butter, and then they give you how many grams of butter per how many grams of flour, and I don't understand that. Butter consists of approximately 80% fats. The remaining is mostly water and some protein. So why do we want these fats in brioche bread? The main reason is sensory. Fats and products make them richer and give them a different mouthfeel. It becomes more smooth. When a brioche dough, which contains butter, is placed in a hot oven, the butter will melt. Well, that makes sense.
Yes.
The fat will actually surround the air bubbles in the bread. And as a result, brioche bread tends to have a lot of small air bubbles. At the same time, fat lubricates the dough. The fat helps in keeping the bread fresh. It serves as a protective layer. I wonder if my fat will help keep me fresh. Eggs have several roles in a brioche bread.
Rancid.
One of the roles is very similar to that of butter. Egg yolks contain a lot of fat, and that has a similar role to that of the fats in butter. Besides fats and moisture, the eggs also contain a lot of proteins. These proteins will set when baking and will influence the texture of the bread. The more proteins in a bread dough, the faster it becomes brown. Since brioche dough also contains quite a bit of sugar, they tend to brown very quickly. And last but not least, a brioche dough contains milk instead of water. And again, milk enriches the bread, makes it a little softer, affects the flavor, and changes the overall appeal. Now, while I've been reading, you've seen her put American cheese down, and then she put down mozzarella cheese. And what did you do? Anything else?
And then sharp cheddar.
And then sharp cheddar. Say sharp cheddar 3 times real fast.
I think
So,
one time for using those.
3 kinds of cheeses are in the between these 2 layers of the hamburger. Wow, that already is just exciting. Okay.
Well, you were excited when you saw the bacon. Oh, I forgot to put
Oh,
the bacon on yet.
Bill-
Good Lord.
Well, that's a thought. Well, you still have that step. I figured while you're putting the bacon on, I'd start on the
Yeah.
sliders. And then Bill says, "Are you going to make the buns from scratch?"
No. There are limitations to our technical abilities.
That's right. That's right.
We
When
want
do we do
something
all that other stuff?
Well, as soon as I put this bacon on, then we're gonna do the other stuff.
Did you put that on this one that already cooked?
Oh, no, you put it on.
After it's cooked.
After it's cooked.
Okay.
Now I'm layering
You
on
put on the
bacon.
Thousand Island, the mayo, the lettuce, the tomato,
Yeah,
and,
now
and,
I'm putting the bacon
and
on.
now look at this. Okay, y'all. Here's the history of sliders. And these are words that are printed here. I'm not making this up. Belly buster, gut bomb, slider. Sound appealing? While the U.S. has quite the history of greasy fast food, sliders took the meaning of greasy to a whole new level. And fortunately for the reputation of American cuisine and for the health of our hearts, sliders have evolved from miniature grease bombs to elegant culinary creations and now appeal to people of all backgrounds and tastes. What exactly is a slider and where did it come from? Okay, let's see. Hi, Maggie.
All right, there's what she looks like when you get it
Look
wrapped
at
with
that.
the bacon.
Wrapped with the bacon. It's
Yeah.
ready to go in a 400-degree oven for 30 minutes. And then after that, you put it under the broiler to crisp up the bacon.
Oh, yeah. Now, that's about, it depends, but I think I did that for like 8 minutes today.
Okay. Okay, so what exactly is a slider? Sliders refer to miniature hamburgers. And maybe, while I'm reading this, do you want to go ahead and start?
Well, I'm going to, because
Okay.
now, but I guess I have to make the sauce.
But, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now, is make the sauce.
Make
thing.
the sauce.
And then I'll slice up the brioche buns.
Okay, yes.
I'm gonna clean up my work area here.
Clean
slightly.
your work area. Okay. So sliders refer to miniature hamburgers, okay? And it originated in the 1940s when sailors in the United States Navy would refer to mini burgers as sliders because of their extreme greasiness. In just 1 or 2 bites, the burger would just slide right down. The slider was first created at White Castle, a popular American fast food chain restaurant. White Castle became famous for their cheap and greasy mini burgers, and the tradition continues to this day. And especially, you know, they were so popular up in St. Louis. The White Castle system of eating houses, that's what they were really called, the White Castle system of eating houses,
You called that?
was founded in Wichita, Kansas in 1921. And as the oldest hamburger fast food chain in America, the centerpiece of the menu was none other than a 5-cent burger. And to promote their famed burger, White Castle would run periodic promotional advertisements in local newspapers with coupons for 5 burgers for 10 cents.
Ooh, I
As
bet you
time
did first in
passed,
line.
that was long before me. I wouldn't have been eating
What
burgers.
year?
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
As time passed, the burger kept getting smaller and the price kept getting higher, but popularity never waned. In fact, White Castle was the first hamburger chain to sell 1 billion hamburgers. While White Castle is an American icon, franchises have been sold all over the world, including Japan, Malaysia, and Mexico. So now we move to the modern day slider, which I'm thinking the one we fixed is a modern day slider, but it still has the grease.
Yeah, it has the grease.
Okay, tell us about the sauce before I finish.
Okay, I put in half a cup of mayo and half a cup of Thousand Island dressing. Oh, a fourth of a cup. A
Okay.
total of a half a cup.
Okay,
together.
fourth a cup of mayo and a fourth a cup.
And then 2 teaspoons of sriracha.
Sriracha.
And you'll notice this is the real sriracha, like you read about.
I know, I read about
And this bottle
sriracha.
was almost empty, and I thought, well, this is one way to get it out of the cupboard.
That's right.
Come on,
Okay,
little
there's
turkey.
1 little teaspoon.
Yeah, there's one.
So this is the sauce that will go on top. There you go. That will go on top of our sliders.
Yes, and we'll be putting those together just momentarily.
Okay.
Now, I will point out that I did make some changes to the recipe based on the fact that it says to put the lettuce and tomato on the bottom. Well, I found that I did not like cooked lettuce and tomato so well, so.
All right, I would rather have them fresh too.
Yeah.
So that part you did not do.
No, I did not do.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So she's going to now be getting the buns out while I read about the modern day slider. Okay. Okay. Randy says, now I know where the mayo went from my lunch.
Well, if he looks in the little container in the top door, there's some of this sauce that he can use.
Okay, there you have it, Randy. Okay, as interesting as it is to reminisce about these historical mini burgers, we are now in the era of the gourmet slider. Around 2007 is when the image of a slider began to evolve into a much different culinary experience. Now sliders are featured at some of the most modern and upscale restaurants with expert chefs constantly inventing new combinations. So long. I'm supposed to. So long, traditional beef patty, and hello, chicken, pork, and veal. The slider did wonders for the restaurant industry. For diet-conscious foodies, the idea of a small gourmet burger is appealing because it's less food for more enjoyment. However, some critics view sliders as just an excuse for chefs to sell small buns and even smaller portions of meat at very high prices. Economics aside, you can't deny that eating a delicious, look at that. Can you guys see that?
I wish they could smell it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Okay, I lost my place. I got so excited. Economics aside, you can't deny that eating a delicious and artfully crafted mini burger is just plain fun. Ordering sliders instead of an average-sized hamburger also allows you to try several different varieties. Look at that of hamburgers. Besides, because of their small size, sliders are often served in pairs. With celebrities in pairs, I think.
Canned or fresh?
Yeah, not in PEARS, but in PAIRS.
Oh, okay.
Okay. With celebrities like Bobby Flay, Rachel Ray, and Martha Stewart now championing the slider on their shows, the hype and popularity surrounding these tiny treats show no sign of letting up soon.
I just didn't want to waste this cheese that kind of dishes
Oh,
out.
that, I tell you what, that is quite the look. Quite the look. And I'm going to put a plate here so you can put however many you're cutting out for us. Oh my goodness.
Just a second, I have to clean my hands with these wonderful little wipes that I found.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. And Kathy Korn says perfect. I think she's meaning that went on perfectly.
You and I are
Not that we're perfect.
Well, because we already know that.
Yeah.
I mean, we know what we know about that.
Yeah.
All right, now what I will do is I'm going to drizzle.
Oh,
some
I
of
like
this
the term
sauce.
drizzle.
Kind of like a rainstorm. Drizzle some of this sauce over this.
Okay, you guys, this is just
Decadent.
decadent.
I think the bacon makes it decadent.
Well, everything makes it decadent.
Okay, now I will also put some tomatoes. I've kind of messed up our area here today.
I know you got too many things moving out of the way.
Yeah, you know, that's the way it goes. Okay, I bought these tomatoes at Sprouts, and they look really
great.
good. They look better.
They're very fresh looking.
Yeah, it said vine ripened, but I don't know what that always means.
Well,
I don't know
we
whose
know we
vine.
know they grow on vines, and they've got to ripen. So, I guess
All right.
there you go.
Now I will put some lettuce.
Lettuce.
And I have some hearts of romaine that I had washed up at home and crisp up.
Oh, there, it'll snap.
And what I did was, at home I cut the little center thing out. And I just, all right, this is looking.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't look
Okay,
colorful.
I'm gonna. Oh, we already got our water.
I know, I did it ahead of time.
Well, you are just working ahead of time.
Well, you were in there doing
I
real
was-
work. I was
I-
doing. You were doing.
We were doing work.
Yeah.
We just had too much work to do.
Well, we got.
But we're fine. You see, I'm getting ready. Tomorrow, I'm heading out for fishing.
Oh, I can't wait to hear those tales when you
yes.
come back.
So I'm going fishing. Terry and I, with a couple of friends of ours, are going down to Truman Lake, and we always stay in these neat cabins. And so we're going to go crappie fishing. They'll go catfishing. They're going to set tree lines and jug lines and stuff. But I just go out for the crappie fishing. And so
Put the top on,
Oh, look at that.
and then,
Oh.
and then I will attempt to cut them apart. I made the ones I tested. I made at home with
Yeah.
King's Hawaiian,
Uh-huh.
and that was not as acceptable because it kind of disintegrated.
I'll hold these.
Yeah, hold those down. I didn't cut through your hand, did I?
You'll notice if you see blood. No, you didn't.
All right.
Okay.
Now let's see if I can show them.
Show them.
Absolutely. Look
Look.
at that cheese.
But see, to me, this don't look like a little bite.
I know.
This is much bigger than a little
that's
bite.
why I'm thinking you probably want just one.
I just want one right now, but who
Yeah.
knows what I might want later. Here, put yours on there.
Thank you.
Oh,
All right.
look at that,
Look at-
you guys.
Those are,
Look at that.
they are,
Oh, makes me want to sing.
go right ahead. What was that? What was it? Which who sang for his supper? Little Tommy Tucker
Yes.
sang for his supper?
Sang for his supper.
Well, you started that.
Little Tommy Tucker sang for his supper. I don't know the rest of it anymore.
I know. Okay.
Okay. She's
Here we go.
whipping it around here. Oh, Bill says, Deb says they look amazing. Bill says looks better than White Castle. You
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
That's for sure. That is for sure.
Okay, you sit down and make sure we're in the right angle here.
Oh yeah, we're perfect angle. You come on over here. You get right here. Get your little face in there.
All right.
Oh. I know I gotta pray. Don't even remind me anymore, but I am
Oh,
going
yeah.
to remove my hat.
Yes.
Okay. So, it happened. We got it done.
We got it
Even though
done.
we were a little late on
We were racing
we
around.
were racing. Okay, let's pray, you all. Gracious and loving God, we thank you for the joy of coming together on this day as we cook and chat and pray. We thank you for the wonderful recipes that Marty has found and the joy of reading the comments from everyone. We just ask that you pour out your blessings and peace on all those watching and just those afar, everyone. We all need that peace right now. So, again, thank you for this food, and may we use it always to your glory. Amen. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, now, this is going to be tough, you guys, because I always forget, and I talk with my mouth full.
You do it.
Oh, here, little Tommy Tucker sang for his supper. What shall we eat? White bread and butter, or brioche and a burger.
Well, if he had butter, he was a rich person.
There you go. So, little Tommy Tucker, you can sing.
Let me know what you think. Better than White
I'm not
Castle?
going to talk. It is, I would say, this is one of the best burgers I've ever eaten.
Well, good.
The sauce is so good, too.
Oh, I know. That's why I was telling Randy he could have, there's some in the cupboard, I mean, in the refrigerator, because of the cupboard. I'll get
Old
rid of-
Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard.
To give her poor dog a bone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Benny goes and helps himself in the cupboard.
Wow. I'm telling you, you guys, this is amazing. They are the best.
The brioche buns are better than the
Than the Hawaiian.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now, did it call for Hawaiian?
No, it called for brioche buns, but
Okay.
I thought that it was easier to find King's Hawaiian because I didn't find any when I was at Costco, and I didn't find any at Hy-Vee. I found these at Walmart on Monday because I really thought I needed something different.
I'm telling you, that flavor is
And it's better, I can tell you from when I did it, it's better putting the lettuce and tomato on top.
Oh, I don't think I would like it cooked. Andrea says they always get brioche at Costco.
They didn't have me the other day.
Oh my goodness. So good. So the actual recipe would make 2 dozen, or 18. Those are 9. They're in buns of 9.
Were they buns of 9 or
Mhm.
the buns of 6?
9. Because we're eating. Oh. Why did you cut 3 times then? Oh. Okay.
Are we having a science lesson and a math lesson all in one today?
I don't know.
Well, you
Okay,
know.
so they're buns of 6.
Yes.
So if you made the whole
Be
recipe,
12.
there would be 12. And I'm telling you, I don't think too many people would eat more than 1. Because this is what you call a supersonic slider.
Randy ate 3.
Oh, okay, Randy ate 3. So if you're inviting Randy to your get-together, you know, invite fewer people because Randy will eat for 2 others too.
Yeah. Oh, this is really good.
It is so good. Mm-mm-mm. So are we making you hungry out there?
Mm.
I'm telling
I
you.
wish they could smell this.
I do too. This is truly one for the books. It's fairly quick.
Mm-hmm. Most time it took was just putting it in the oven and then the broiler,
Uh-huh.
because if you don't get the bacon crisp enough, it really loses.
But it just has a great flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking the sauce really does add to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this would be near as good
Oh,
if I had just poured ketchup and mustard on it.
no.
You know, having that Thousand Island dressing in the mayo just really makes it special.
And I found the Thousand Island dressing at Hy-Vee for $1 a bottle.
Mm-hmm. That's quite tasty. It really is.
Mm.
Okay, y'all, I want to tell you, and you'll probably forget before next week anyway, but just going to throw it out there. Next week's Tuesday Chat Cook Pray Show is pre-taped because this little lady has a surgical procedure scheduled for Tuesday, and being who she is, she did not want to miss a Chat Cook Pray Show. So we are pre-taping it. It'll still go on at 1 o'clock on Tuesday, but it'll be posted on Facebook. You can still make comments. It just won't be live like you're doing, and I will be watching this with you all as you make comments, and I'll reply back to you.
And keep in mind, you don't type as fast as you talk.
I will. Maybe I won't say so much back. Oh, Terry's watching. And that he wanted to see this. Hi, Ter. Okay, so I've got to show Terry what he missed seeing made. I'm gonna get another thing here. Here is what we made today. That is a something slider.
Lucy Juicy.
A Lucy Juicy slider. And they're all brioche buns. And they are fantastic. And I'll be bringing some home. Oh my goodness. I wish, if anybody is around, and we mean this, if anybody is around and would like to come up and get a slider, you can come to the door. We'll come with masks.
And we'll give you one.
We'll give you a slider. I'm not kidding. Because we got a whole nother one now we're gonna bake. And like I said, I'm getting ready to head out to fishing. So if there's any of you, we've got some beautiful sliders here. Enough for 4 people. Whoever wants to, put their little brioche buns in the car and drive up here, we got your lunch for you. Mm-mm-mm. And you can just wear a mask and we can sit apart and visit for a while. But they believe me, they would be worth the drive. Andrea says, thank you, Marquita, because you didn't want to give up a cooking show.
Mm. And next week's recipe is millionaire pie.
Millionaire pie. Mm. And I'll be honest with you, we've already filmed the one, so I've already had the joy of tasting millionaire pie. So here we have the Loosey Juicy sliders, and you could make, think of that meal. The Loosey Juicy sliders and millionaire pie.
You'll be dead at the end of the
You
day.
know, that might not be real good. It'd be good. Would not be good for your body.
Well,
I forgot
think
to
you'd
wave.
be way too
I forgot to
full.
wave to Terry. There we go.
I think you'd be way too full if you.
Oh,
Hey,
Randy says to Bill Wooten, these are way better than White Castle. And Pat says her thoughts are with you for next Tuesday.
Oh, good. Yes, I'll be there at 6:45 in the morning,
That's right.
and
Have her procedure.
yeah.
And then she'll wake up and she'll drive everybody crazy. But that's good.
You don't know. I might change my personality. You know that lobotomy.
What I'm afraid of is Miss Marty here will be watching us while she's sitting there, either in recovery or whatever, and probably making all kinds of inappropriate comments.
I made them already yesterday
I know you did.
during the show.
I know, but you're just trying to do a little teaser to get them ready to watch the show tomorrow. Next Tuesday.
Are we confused?
Uh-huh.
Good.
We are very confused. Those were wonderful. It is a great thing.
Well, Sunday is rally day.
Mm-hmm. Sunday is rally day. We're going to be giving out our Bibles to Lacey, Adria, and Cadence. We're going to be commissioning teachers, and this year, because we're going to try our hand at virtual Sunday school, we're going to enlist the help of the parents and any other volunteers. So all of those will be commissioned, and it's just going to be an exciting day. And I don't know, this is a private, wonderful baptism, but Andrea and
Lauren?
Jody's baby,
It's not.
Andrea's grandchild, and Lauren and Jody's baby Clark is going to be baptized later that afternoon. But that is a private baptism. But I'm so excited.
I know. You were almost kissing the little program, saying it was so
cute. Yes. Yeah, I meant to say Andrea and Doug's grandchild. There's too many names going through my head.
Well,
As
yeah,
I-
and there's a small space up
And
there.
there's
from
a small, there's not a lot of open space there anymore. And like Andrew said, this was a way of keeping everybody safe, and it is, it's those kind of trials we have to go through as we try to figure out, the best ways to do different things. Just like we've had to figure out a safe way to do communions and all
and
of
it's,
that.
I think it's worked pretty well.
I think it's worked pretty well, having the little cup and the wafer and just passing them out individually. So there's always something you have to think about, because it's a different time right now, and we're trying to make sure, like Andrea said, that everyone stays safe. So.
Well, and I will say the drive-in services have been really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they have. Yeah.
We've been outside and except for Sunday, have it getting a little bit too warm, but hey, this
That's
next
okay.
Sunday, we'll probably have to have snowsuits on.
And who knows? I mean, I'm telling you, this cool weather, but I think I could take it. I would rather it be cool than too hot. But as long as there's a breeze, and there was there was kind of a stiff breeze on Sunday.
Yeah, that was.
And people that sit up on the hill, you know, they really, Terry does, and he says it's really kind of, I mean, it's cool. It's not hot. You're not sitting in the sun, and the breeze is coming through. And I'm hoping that those that sit in their cars, if they're not running the air conditioning, that they don't get too hot. But I've enjoyed the outdoor services.
You know, it was surprising, and I found it, I want to say a lot more fun than being in the sanctuary. Well, I mean, it was just in the summertime.
Oh, you mean for filming or doing that?
Well,
I mean, it's kind of lonely when we do the sanctuary with going in there.
Well, they're in there, but they look a little bit flat.
Yeah.
But no, it's different. I don't know. It's more alive when you're outside and you can feel just nature around you.
Yes. Yeah. And I love the fact that people honk their horns.
Oh gosh, I'm waiting for the neighbors.
You know, when they're happy, when we get, you know, after the musicians finish a song or something that they really liked or something, all of a sudden you hear all the honking and
but
it really gets onto it.
Well, one of the little neighbors, who's a friend of Eddie's, she came and joined us Sunday.
Yes, she did. She brought a chair from her house and sat right down here by the barriers.
Yep.
And just enjoyed it.
She'd heard us the week before and came outside and said, "Where is that music coming from?"
That's right. That's right.
So that was very nice.
That was very nice.
And she has a picture she's going to be bringing us of Bethel.
Yes.
Where the rainbow ends at Bethel.
Ends at Bethel. There had been a shower, she said, 3 weeks ago. And after the shower, she shared with me that she came outside and she saw this rainbow. And she went up on the hill and then realized that the rainbow ended right behind Bethel. And so she took several pictures and she wants to share it with us. So she's supposed to drop by sometime and share it. There's your sis, Michelle.
Good. She was mowing the yard last week, so she had to watch it late.
Yeah. We don't care when you watch it. We know that anytime you watch it, it'll be as fun as it is. In fact, with us, when the time starts, we pretty much are just having fun, and then when we watch it back, we realize we might have said some really ridiculous things. And see,
no different than we were not on.
That's right. So, you know, we'll watch it back and review it, and we'll go, did I say that? Or Marty said, did I make that face? Yeah.
No, that's a normal.
That's a normal. That's a normal.
You know, the other thing is that we have our own YouTube channel now.
Yes.
And I'm posting the services on the YouTube channel. So it's taking a little longer for those that are at home. I have to download it to my flash drive, and then it has to render itself, it's called, onto the YouTube channel, but it's a better picture.
Oh, it's so clear.
I'm filming in HD, which takes a little more time, but I think the end result, and this last Sunday I was not pleased with my efforts because the sun was so bright I couldn't see the screen. I could kind of see Chad had some white paper in front of him at the piano, so if I could see the white paper, I knew I had him in the picture.
You had him in the picture.
And if I saw over to the left, I saw Preston Korn's white head. I knew I had him in the picture, and everybody else would be there. But when it came to you, I'm going like, I think she's there. I'm going like, wear something red, something bright that I can see. Don't wear black. It's
that
really
was not black. That was a light navy silky blouse.
Well, at least you left it on.
Well, please. You're trying to give them a teaser about our next show. Disregard what she just said.
You'll know.
Oh, goodness. Can they still watch live at home?
No, it is not filmed live.
It's not going to be filmed live.
Because by the time everybody gets on their phones and is looking up the bulletin and whatever else, we keep
We run out of
buffering.
juice.
We keep buffering, and I can't keep it on, and I can't run both things at the same time.
So even though it will be being taped, you know, and then it'll immediately be posted, we won't be able to have people watching it taped live. And we've also found, in looking at other churches, that if they're doing the live, a lot of times there's a lot of glitches while the live's going on, that sometimes you can edit before you put it on. But she's just gonna put it on straight after
It's
taping.
what it's
So it'll
gonna
be what it'll be. It'll be just like your live, only an hour later. Or however time it takes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be smarter than I was this past week. I didn't realize the amount of time that I was going to need, so I should have started doing it. Because by the time we clean up here and everything, I should have started it while I was still here, and then I could have done it in the car on the way home.
So it'll be like all of our tapings were before we started live outdoor services. We taped earlier and then posted. The problem is we're taping now at our time at 10 o'clock, so it probably won't get posted till after 11 or so.
Well, probably,
others
well,
to
actually,
see.
well, because we're not finishing up till after 11.
Right.
So then give me an hour's time to get everything done. And that
Right.
depends on if I've got high speed at home, which is why.
Right.
Here, I posted one and it took me 5 hours.
Yeah. See, I think what we don't realize is the time it takes for downloading and posting, and with every church pretty much doing this, sometimes stuff gets messed up, and you know, then you just have to wait. But we're happy. We got a little more oomph now from AT&T. But like Marty said, when everybody that comes to the parking lot worship service is using their phones and looking on there or whatever, it pulls from our Wi-Fi and internet service, and
It's just the way it is. And
yeah.
And it was interesting. I started looking at what some of the other churches were doing. Number one is we can't film live stream with YouTube unless we were doing it we can't do it with a cell phone or a computer.
Right.
It doesn't allow you to do that unless you have 1,000 people who follow you. And I haven't been able to locate 1,000 people that would want to follow me anywhere. I don't know. You probably have enough of your family.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
What I was going to say was we're still going to be taping live for the chat, cook, and pray, except for next Tuesday when it's already pre-taped. So your comments will be just like you make comments on a Facebook page. But we are going to tape live for the chat, cook, and pray. So it can always be watched live, and then later you could see it after it gets posted again if you need to watch it twice.
And then I think the plan is for church services, once the weather turns really bad, that we won't be able to do outside, that we're looking at actually filming at a different time with
the musicians inside.
And then we would then
post it just like we were doing all of them before we went outside.
but we'd all be there together and not have to splice it together. The problem is the amount of time that it takes Jeremy to do all this. And with him teaching school, it's just not.
And blessings on, all of the kids and teachers that have gone back to school, whether in person or virtually. I just pray for the education to be as good as ever, and that whether they're in school or at home, that they get that excitement that comes with the first day of school, because it's so different now. It's just so different. But I wanted to read you a couple of different things again from Emerge, and then we're going to let you all go on with your day. Andrea says we don't mind waiting, we just appreciate the services being available online. So that's what I think that's how a lot of people feel.
Well, I was looking at a church in Iowa City, that Randy's cousin goes to, and they film theirs earlier because it says if you wait, we will post it later. And so I thought, I didn't feel so bad about us
Right.
having to do that also, so.
Well, I just think the fact that they're online, and what Marty has done is posted a bunch of our past Chat, Cook, and
Yeah,
Pray
because now that we
on
have.
YouTube,
Yeah.
and so you can get those if you ever missed one or want to go back and double check or.
Well, I hesitate to have them do that because I was looking at some of our earlier ones and
Hey,
it was kind of scary
maybe
of what
what
we
it'll
did.
show is how we've evolved.
Really. I'm afraid if they look at them, they'll say, oh, no, I don't know what we're doing.
Oh golly, I don't know. I just feel like this is just a real time of connection for, I know it is for me and Marty, to see all your names and read your comments and everything, and I'm hoping it is for all of you who are online too. But I have right now, after eating this thing, I need to do this ritual for breathing in the breath of God. So I will tell you all when to breathe in deeply and when to let go. And while you're doing that, I'm going to read some lines here that might help us move forward in this time and space. So I want you to breathe in deeply and hold your breath while I pray these words. You have given us new meaning, O God, in the words shortness of breath. Now I want you to breathe out forcefully and stretch while you breathe out. Breathe out, stretch your arms up. Okay, and so while you're doing that, I'm going to read these words. Holy Spirit, draw near and relieve me of my hammers, my nails, my thorns, my self-punishments, my judgment of others. Okay, now I want you to breathe in deeply. Breathe in. And hold while I pray. Breathe a new breath in me. Let it be fresher than mouthwash and more amusing than amazing. Now blow out forcefully and stretch. Take away from my shortness in spirit and add unconditional spaciousness. Let me breathe easier, spiritually and physically. In and out. Yeah, see, now we can do jumping jacks. You want to do jumping jacks?
You go first and I'll watch you, and then I'll do it.
And that was from Donna Schaffer. And then I have another one I'm reading to you that I just find as some very beautiful words. It's called a litany of purpose. How to find purpose in times like these, O God. Especially since we don't know the name of the times, or what the old name for the old times really was, or what the new name for the new times will really be. What story will we tell about ourselves during the pandemic? I was fine. I survived. I coped. Or I called myself beloved, and the earth called my name back to me. So think about those times down the road when someone will say, well, what did you do during the pandemic? Or how did you make it through the pandemic? What kind of stories will you tell? What will you say? So just know we love you. We're so glad you were here with us today and got to check in on these wonderful sliders. It's been a blessing, and you all be a blessing to one another like I know you are. So we're gonna.
Where's your?
Oh, I gotta get my little. Hold on. Go ahead. I'll get my.
Well, you
Here's
go
my
get.
thing.
Oh yes. Oops. You
All
ready?
right, I'm ready.
Let's see if I can do this right this time.
Okay, we're gonna play you out. Chat, cook and pray, oh, chat, cook and pray, oh, chat, cook and pray, oh, chat, cook, pray, amen. We love you.
Hey, don't forget.
Bye.
This has been brought to them by
Bethel United Church of Christ in Kansas City. Loved having you. Bye.
Don't